Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You remember the skin I did? This one? Well, we're gonna be making more tones for it. All right, and adjusting it to match body skin as well, because it's a little off. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. All right, so let's get into it. Please note that you must have these dev kits. I will not be giving them out. I've worked so hard over these years and I will be to have these opportunities, so I'm not going to just ruin it by giving them out. So please, you do your work as well. And I promise it'll work out for you in the long run. All right. I will link everything down below so you can go and apply and get your dev kits and stuff. All right. Now we're going to get started. Okay. So here's the skin that we were working on. Well, I was working on. You'll be having a different project. So I just kind of cleaned up my folders and stuff because they're a little bit messy. So just make sure you save every single layer and organize it. It's very important to protect your work. Okay, very important. After you have everything categorized and stuff, I like to just make copies so I can merge it together, and we're just gonna hide this. Okay, so we're just gonna merge these. Okay, and then no brow base, but I still have it saved here, so if we need to go back, we can. All right, I just like to merge it that way. It's easy to bring it into the adjustment folder. Okay, and then we're gonna make another copy. Make a copy of the brows. And then this will be our brows base. Okay guys, so once you get your stuff merged, you're gonna want to copy, select your layers, copy, and then open up your velour adjustment layers, and then I made a group right here. And then you're gonna hit Shift Control V and put this into the group. So I already have some adjustment layers made, just because that's how my files was saved already. But we're gonna still do it together. So in your group, you're gonna go right here to this circle and click Levels. You're gonna just adjust. Okay. Then you're gonna right click and hit blending option. You're gonna go over here until it starts seeing the highlights, and then you're gonna alt click and adjust how you want the highlights to show. Okay, and then hit OK. And we'll test it. Mine does have a watermark, so just please try ignore that. I was already testing out some shades, but okay. So I know I do have a watermark, but you can tell that it is still not warm enough. So we're gonna go and add another levels layer. We'll just name this highlights. This will just be that. Okay. For this one, for the contrast, you want to make sure there's a clipping mask on it, so it just changes the face and not the template. All right. Now we'll test it. See how that just warms it up. I want the highlights to be a little bit more. So we'll just drag this liner more this way, just a little bit. That looks good to me. So now we can go in and test these other shades. So these adjustment layers kind of do the hard work for you already. Sometimes they'll be slightly off depending on which body line you're using. So I've noticed the Picasso Babe is a little warmer than Venus and Ipanema. Well, actually Ipanema is kind of warm too, but the Picasso Babe's warmer than Venus for sure. And more detailed, obviously. So you just choose which body line you like and cater to that one. So like, see, we don't need the contrast for Praline. So you just come back and hide the contrast layer and save it. All right. Or sometimes the tones aren't right. So what you'll have to do is add more adjustment layers. To get like more yellow in it, more red, more green. Okay, so then you'll come to the adjustment layers, and then you can add a color balance. And just add like a little bit more yellow. Ooh. Okay. And it's a tedious process. I'm sure there might be an easier way to do this, but maybe not. To me, it's to me, I've always done this, and I've always deemed it to be this tedious. It's not for the faint of heart. And it can get frustrating at times. Okay, it needs a little more yellow. So it is. Okay. You could probably just mess with the tones in the folder and adjust that way. Personally, I don't want to mess it up, so I don't bother. I just rather make my own adjustment layers, because sometimes the skin you're working with for your making, sometimes it doesn't need those adjustments. Okay, that looks a lot better. I like the way that looks. And then you'll just name this Praline, and you can put it in a group. Name the group Praline. Okay, and you can turn that off. And we'll try chocolate. I love this. I love this skin color. Skin tone. They really ate with these deeper shades. Honestly. I don't know. There it is. Okay. See, and I feel like it needs more contrast. So you're gonna go add a adjustment layer. You can add another level's exposure. Do exposure. No. Okay. And then you're gonna right click and hit blending options. And just okay. Let's see. That barely did anything. Okay, so it needs more red. Where's the color balance? There it is. You can either use a color balance, or a photo filter. Okay. Looks good to me. And then you just want to group this and label it chocolate. And every time I type out chocolate in my head, I say chocolate. I don't know why, I just do. It helps me spell it better. So we'll turn that off and try ebony. Okay, ebony is not in the Picasso Babe. Is it in Venus? It's not in Venus either, so I'm assuming it's in Panama. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like it needs just a little more yellow. So you can even try the praline adjustment and save. So that way you don't have to try adjusting it again. You can just use one already made. It still needs more yellow than that. So you can just make a copy. I'll name this Ebony. And then just add some more yellow. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do amber. And see. Okay. See how it's still too warm. Let's take that off. And I took the contrast levels off. And now we're seeing. Okay, see, that's a little better. Right. Actually looks pretty good. So yeah, it's just a repeat process. So now we're gonna do Molly. Okay. That looks pretty great too. How is Moonlight? And see, it needs to be a little darker. So that's when that contrast comes back. I don't know if I hit save or not. There we go. See? It's still, I feel like it still needs to be darker, so I put wow, I put a lot in this Moonlight filter. So I use a hue and saturation. I use a selective color with these numbers. And then these color balance. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so that looks great also. So these are the layers I used for Moonlight. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And I hope it gives you more confidence using the Velour adjustment layers so you can create multiple shades. From a creator opinion who's learned from her mistake, start only with 3 shades, maybe 4 of the most popular shades. Ask around, see what shades people are wearing, and just do those only if you're just starting out, because you will spend so much time uploading and putting together all these skin tones, and I can tell you right now, it is not realistic. You probably will only sell 1 shade, maybe 2, and it'll probably just sit there, depending on, you know, how your skin is. My skins were not 100% back then. I don't do skins that much anymore. I haven't been. I just been practicing. I haven't even put any on for sale. But anyways, that was a rant. Yes, so just start with a few shades that are popular, what people's shades are using, and start that way. Okay, I'm assuming you're a beginner, that's why you're here. So yeah, just start with a few. Do not overwork yourself, because all that time could be put into more items to put out and for you to practice more and more. Okay? That's just my my thoughts to give to you, because I didn't have anyone to tell me these things. I had to learn on my own. I am self-taught, creating on this platform. So yeah, this is all self-taught. I am 100% not the best out there. There's better screen creators out there, but this is just my knowledge that I wanted to share with you all, because I wish I had that when I was starting out. Anyways, that was a little rant, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching this. All right, and I'll see you in the next one. Please let me know if there's any issues or any things you're struggling with, and I can see if I know how to fix it or help you out, and I'll make a video on it. Okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.